Good morning, Nancy Burt-Preece here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am making this for my YouTube channel as well as going live on my Facebook page. So here's all my contact information. Please join my Facebook page. We do fun challenges and I give away every other week, and it's a great group of people, so I hope you join us. My YouTube channel, please like, subscribe, watch to the end. I am trying to build up my watch hours, so please share with everybody you know. Even if you're not paying attention, put it on and let it run, because it's always good for me, and hopefully you get something out of it too. Okay. Couple things before we make our card. The mini catalog is coming out. It's going to go live to customers September. If you don't have a mini catalog and you want one, please connect with me. If you come to one of my classes, you automatically get one. If you've ordered from me, you automatically get one. But if you're not one of those categories and you think you'd like one, please let me know. Today, I am casing from Connie Stewart. She came up with this design to maximize your card. And if I'm going to send this, I'd probably put a little bit of a leaf in there. So she used different stamp sets and different things, but the design is basically hers. So what I did is I took a piece of 4 1/4 by 11, thick basic white cardstock scored at 5 1/2. Then I put it in my paper trimmer, and I'll show you how I did that. And I lined up the end, this end at 9, get the card out of there, this end at 9, and I cut. And every time there we go. That's how I did it. This to the point. So I had the point there, this kind of lining up with the number 9, and I went ahead and cut. Then I'm going to use that other part in a minute, and I'll show you what I did with that. So you're using all parts of this cardstock. Then I got a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pumpkin pie. And I'm using the online exclusives. So some people are still like, I don't know if I like those online exclusives. Well, this one is pretty much of a wow. It's called Changing Leaves. So here's the stamp set. Then it comes with a hybrid embossing folder. It has more dies in here because this is cut from the die. But I wanted to show you a little bit about how to use a hybrid embossing folder. So the first time I did it, I used my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine base number 1. I put this in. I won't do it right now because that's already embossed. And then I used my embossing plate to run it through. So you can use it just as an embossing folder, or, here's the cool part, you can lay these. I always check this leaf at the top. And if you, on the black, see where it says Stampin' Up? On that side, if you kind of put this in, they'll fit right in the groove. Of course, I can never do it on camera. And then, oops, still not great. There we go, there it fits. You put your paper in, and not only will it emboss, but it'll cut out the leaves. I only put a little piece of paper because I only needed 1 leaf. So these are great. Same thing with your paper. Run it through with base 1 and your embossing plate. And I just can't wait to do all sorts of things with this Changing Leaves bundle. This is the first card I've done. So I decided she had left her top plain white, and I was going to do that. And then after I got part of the card together, I go, oh, it's kind of boring. So this time, though, I'm going to add some different colors. I'm sorry for the reach. I'm going to add some crushed curry leaves along with some pumpkin pie. So I'm going to do a crushed curry and a crushed curry. I'll clean it on my chamois. Then I'm going to use a pumpkin pie and maybe another pumpkin pie here. Now, could I be stamping off? Absolutely. I didn't, but you could. And maybe I'm going to clean it. Now I decided I needed one more crushed curry leaf. By the way, I love fall. These are some of my favorite cards to make. I love fall colors. So I'm looking forward to all of these wonderful fall projects. Once again, I'm using my Glass Mat Studio, and deal with that in a little bit. So sorry about that. Oh, and allergies. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm going to adhere this. I'm going to put this down because it should be about the same size, pretty close, unless I goofed it up, which is always a possibility. And I don't mind letting that be a little bit because you want it to flow pretty well to be able to open and shut. If you get it too close to that crease, it won't. Okay, so there's the top. Now, this was a great idea from Connie Stewart. This is our In Color Glimmer paper, and this is Peach Pie, which goes beautifully with our pumpkin pie. I guess those pies go together. So you're going to have an 1/8 inch, and I just have it by 6. It just takes up the little bit on that seam. And then I'm going to just trim the extra off. And you've got the front of your card. While I'm at it, since I do have a leaf out, maybe since I think the last one I did was there, I'll put a little leaf on the inside. And I didn't do it on this one, so I might as well put a little leaf on the inside of that one too. I went ahead and pre-stamped a little note to brighten your day. And this die cut is from the Changing Leaves dies. It's called Changing Leaves Dies, and you come with that embossing folder. And I like this, a little note to brighten your day. I went ahead, and this is when I ran it through that little extra piece of white. I ran it through, I embossed it and cut it at the same time. And I'm going to use sponge daubers to just add randomly some color. That was crushed curry. There we've got our pumpkin pie. And there we have the stem. Now, if you get a little bit like I did right on there, just come back through with a little color. It'll be okay. And it just adds a fun little look to it. Are there different ways to add color? Yes. Today I wanted to use the sponge daubers. At some other time, we'll do different things. If you come to my class, the good news is I'll have it cut and already embossed for you, so you get to just enjoy the making of it. By the way, if you're ever in the area, some of you don't live in the area, but if you're ever in the area of the Finger Lakes, New York, please reach out. I'd love to have you come to a class. We have wonderful people. If you ever want a newsletter from me, please let me know. I'd be glad to put you on my newsletter list to let you know what I'm doing, because that's always fun too. All right, I'm going to set this about there. And then I'm going to also pop up the leaf. And I see, hello, Tammy. It's nice to see some people are live and some people watch a replay. I do that too. I don't always watch everything live, so I totally get that. But hopefully you are enjoying a interesting technique. I like these every time I make them. You can see this is the first one. I made it a little lower, so there was a lot more what. Oh, no, this is the first one I made. It was a little higher. This one I made a little lower. I still like this, but I like the leaves on the top. So if you get one for me, I don't know where it's going to be, but hopefully it'll all be at the same place. We'll find out. When you make a bunch of them, sometimes you get it up a little farther. That's okay. They're all different, just like changing leaves. And the cool thing is not only do you have this, but you have that embossed inside your card. So I hope you tried this technique. Once again, the design, the cased design is from Connie Stewart. Have a great day.